Comic books, anime, video games, sci-fi. If you've been made fun of for it, we're probably going to talk about it.
Everyone pretend podcasting isn't boring.
This is Nerd Radio.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on a parking lot at Twin Pines Mall, and this is temporal experiment number 1.
And we're back with another episode of Nerd Radio. Wherever you're getting your podcast is part of the B-Pod Studios network and all over the internets and your social media at Nerd Radio 101. I'm your host, Chuck Bean, joined by my joyous co-host, James.
Hooray!
And Mr. Elbeck.
Not so joyous.
I knew you were going to drop the ball. That's why I threw it to James first.
That's what threw me off, because I was like, if he's going to send it over to Al, and Al's going to poo-poo on the joyous, and then it's going to leave me in an awkward spot.
Right.
And he went over to me. It was good. It was a good little audible you called there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus it was all in the plans.
I knew that I could depend on not being able to depend on Elbeck.
Yes.
So there we go.
When you're looking for undependability, Al is dependable.
The most dependable disappointment you'll ever meet.
So, of course, this show is called Nerd Radio, which means we're going to talk about a whole bunch of nerd stuff, some pro wrestling, some streaming stuff. We are, of course, a couple of days. When you download this, you are about less than 24 hours away from Halloween.
Ooh.
But this comes out on the first day of Baby Yoda, the Mandalorian.
Yes,
which
the
is
baby's
this week
back
as
in
well.
town.
Yep.
I like that.
The baby's back in town. That's nice. And that's pretty much the big news. So let's start off there. How excited are you guys for a second season of The Mandalorian?
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I've burned through The Boys, so I don't usually have a Saturday morning show to wake up early and watch anymore. Because I went through The Boys, so now The Mandalorian will fill that void unless by some miracle my fiance's not home when I get off my Friday stream and go watch it then. Because usually I would stream, then I'd watch The Mandalorian, and then she's usually coming home from work. We getting dinner and. Then we're starting our weekend. But
that was my question: is that it's not a show that she's interested in watching as well?
Not in the slightest.
Really?
Yeah, she's
interesting.
Not. For some reason, the Star Wars universe.
That's
she's
funny.
Like,
I thought she would at least have a little bit of an interest in that.
No, but she's like, Battlestar Galactica. You should watch this, James. I'm like,
really?
Oh, yeah. And she'll be like, Firefly was really good. I'm like, all this stuff that I'm like, not really that into, or not super ecstatic to check out.
Right.
But then Star Wars, she's like, no thanks. I'll watch the Vampire Diaries instead. I'm like. Kmart brand Twilight? Really? That's what you're going to watch?
Kmart Twilight.
Do you think she poo-poos your Star Wars stuff out of bitterness because you aren't into Firefly or Battlestar Galactica?
No, I just think that's... honestly, I think she's just not into it.
Yeah.
Well, Firefly is only, 14 episodes in a movie?
Yeah, it's like one season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Half a season. It got canceled at the mid-season break.
I saw somebody post a meme that says, how do you know Mandalorian is better than Firefly? Because there's a season 2.
Oh.
Burn.
Damn.
Yeah, it's harsh. What about you, Al? You looking forward to the Baby Yoda return?
I am. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to get to it immediately.
Right.
I've kind of got, I think Discovery's taking precedence over Mandalorian.
Right.
So that's my Saturday morning watch is the new episode of Discovery.
That just started too, didn't it?
Yeah, it's only 2 episodes in. Well, I guess when this podcast drops, the third one will be out. It's a Thursday show. So.
Sure.
So far, so good. I mean, it's, they finally are in the future now, which has been my biggest complaint about Discovery is, well, really Star Trek in general. Since Voyager wrapped up, Star Trek's done nothing but go backwards, which to me has always felt like, it's gone against what Star Trek is, which is looking forwards.
Well, and it always feels a little anachronistic. What is the correct word? Anachronistic? I don't know. It always feels a little strange that the technology gets better, but they keep going backwards in the timeline.
Well, there's parts of that I can forgive. There's parts of it that annoy me. Like if the ship looks a little bit prettier than the one that was over 50 years ago, like I don't expect you to make it look like 60s sci-fi.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as long as you don't address it, like I'm even fine. I would prefer that they don't have hologram communications because you've never seen that in Star Trek before. But as long as you don't address it, I guess it's like, don't like it, but fine. Although Captain Pike gets back on the Enterprise, like, you know what? I don't like it. It's creepy. Have it ripped out of the Enterprise and never installed again. Okay, cool. Thanks for the retcon there, dicks. But
he's the old man that doesn't like technology.
Right.
So he's like, get it out of here.
But things like the spore drive, I mean, there's so many things that would have been so much cooler if the show from the beginning had just been taking place in the future.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I still have a problem with that because the ship is the way it is,
So
and
you
it
got
came
problems
from the
with
past.
the spore drive, is what you're saying.
That's my biggest thing because you
biggest
never
thing is
hear about it again.
The spore drive issues.
Yes, the spore. Yes,
Damn spore drive.
But now there are past, Voyager and Picard. All that stuff it's like the year 3000 now that they're in, and it's a little bit of a dystopian future where the Federation is now like an underground thing. After the Great Burn, they called it or whatever. So it's kind of cool. The first episode focused on Michael Burnham showing up in the future, and the second was like the rest of the ship, the rest of the Discovery ship showing up. So kind of bring them together. So
interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy so far with the first 2 episodes. Like I said, I'm definitely excited for Mandalorian,
that's like nerd heaven too. Like every week now you get a new Star Wars and a new Star Trek.
I know.
Ooh, you're double dipping now.
I know.
Absolutely fantastic.
Sad times when
I'm
those
seeing
shows
stars.
Yeah.
It was so bad it had to be done. I had to. I was kind of hoping maybe Chuck would make me leave and I could just go home.
No. We established last week I'm not rewarding your bad behavior anymore. It's not happening.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, the boys also, I haven't gotten to that too because, on my pilgrimage here, I'm in the home stretch of Voyager. So I'm like, I was going to watch the boys this week, and I was like, I got to get through Voyager first. So like, that might even happen before Mandalorian. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, they're making a huge push to make sure that we know about the Mandalorian. Those texts and, you can't open your social media these days without them asking you if you're registered to vote.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day, Disney Plus sends me a push notification to let me know 3 days till the Mandalorian.
Wow.
4 days till the Mandalorian. 5 days till the Mandalorian. I'm like, I know. I'm very aware. Thank you.
Like I got my Baby Yoda countdown already on my wall right here. It's like rings you'd make, for the countdown to Christmas.
I hate that so much, man. Almost none of my apps actually have
push notifications.
Yeah, because it drives me nuts. Because some of the stuff that they want to tell you about, I don't care.
Yeah,
I do not care. But
I'm with you.
I do like the countdown though. We need to get like a Baby Yoda advent calendar.
Yeah. You pop it open, and every time you get like a little Baby Yoda snack, like a bug.
You get a frog.
Yeah, frog,
every time you open the little door, a frog hops out, and you have to chase it.
Yeah, the last one's a little bowl of soup.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I wonder what flavor.
I can't imagine soup in the Star Wars universe smells or tastes very good at all.
Well, they don't seem to mind it.
No, but they don't have anything else to compare it to.
Well, that's true. Then I show up in the galaxy with a can of Campbell's condensed, cream of chicken.
We show up with
slurp on this, Baby Yoda.
We show up with pizza and Taco Bell, and they're like, "What is this joyousness?"
They're like, "Wow, a long time ago, galaxy far away. We going to your hometown."
Right.
I'm like, "Come on, Han Solo, let's go."
Well, a Reddit user overseas took a screenshot of the Season 2 Episode 1 preview and shows that the episode's runtime is going to be 52 minutes. So that first one's going to be a pretty large one.
Well, I like
that's
one
large. That's one of the things I like about the streaming shows is that there's no, hey, it's got to be exactly this much like it was when it's on
they're not
broadcast
constrained
TV.
by the boundaries of other programming having come into play or commercials.
Yeah, like if it runs like an hour and 6 minutes, and they're like, it's fine. It's a streaming show.
Yeah,
it's not like you're taking up time on the schedule or anything like that.
It'll change episode to episode sometimes for some of the shows.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like that Twilight Zone show that's on CBS. I think the first episode is about an hour, and then the second episode is like a half an hour.
Right.
Wow. That's a huge difference. Though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, at least all the Mandalorian stuff is usually within the 45-minute to 1 hour range.
Yeah.
What I like about that drastic difference in time, though, is like just use the amount of time you need to tell that story.
Yeah, don't drag it out.
Extra stuff. You don't miss out on stuff.
You don't have to pull anything that you think is valid.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one of the ways that they're making sure that we all get our Baby Yoda fix is in Star Wars Squadrons. They're going to be giving Baby Yoda bobbles that you can buy.
I think I saw a little headline for that. So it's like a little artifact,
little bobblehead that's on your cockpit.
Yeah.
So that's
a little Baby Yoda on your cock, Al.
They say that you can start earning those.
Now you're talking my language.
October 28th. So that's the day that we're recording. Actually.
Oh, so I could go by the game and download. How much is little Baby Yoda dashboard accessory going for?
It says you can also get models of the Razor Quest and IG-11, which is the self-destructing droid from the first one, and a bounty puck that you can put in your ship's cabin, but they can be earned in game starting October 28th. So
I'd rather earn them.
Yeah, you don't even have to.
Unless it's like get 100 victories in dogfights. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get 100 victories in a spaceship. I can barely drive my car.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering when I finally get around to picking it up and playing it. Is like, how often am I going to crash that ship?
Yeah, because I don't. You're just going to see me get roasted every time.
Right
behind the wheel, get behind the joystick of that X-wing, and crash right into a moon.
And Hasbro, who owns the rights to making Star Wars stuff as well as Transformers, also
keep it moving.
Also releasing on Mando Monday, this past Monday, that they're doing. You can get a case of classic Mandalorian figures, Star Wars figures. So they've only got like the shoulders and the hip joints and the neck joints, the 5.
So they remade like the old school like Star Wars action figures, but
old school action figures of characters from the Mandalorian. Like Mando comes with one of those vinyl capes.
Really? That's cool.
That the old ones had to. And what was the guy who played Gus in Breaking Bad? What was his character? Moff Gideon.
Oh yeah.
His character, of course, comes with a vinyl cape. So those are kind of cool. A little pricey from what I was seeing.
How much
to
is
order.
Going to set me back?
Oof, if you want to order a case, it's $83.99. And a case comes with one of the Child, one of Moff Gideon, one of IG-11, 2 of the Mandalorian, one of Cara Dune, and one of Cool, the little tiny guy. Says I have spoken.
Oh, okay.
And then one of Grief Karga,
the one that Nick Nolte voices.
Yes, and Grief Karga is the black guy.
So you're looking at like 7 or 8 action figures, right?
Yeah, something
for $80,
like that.
like, you know, $9 and $9 a figure, $10 a figure, whatever. That's not actually that bad.
8,
no,
it's
8
just
figures,
unfortunate you have to buy the entire
a little over
set.
$10 a figure.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're looking for, it's part of the Star Wars Retro Collection, so it comes on the backings that look like the classic
cool.
80s.
I like that stuff. It gives
Star
you
Wars figures.
Nostalgia hit.
Yeah, it's very. They're actually. I'm gonna say this real fast, real quick, but they're re-releasing some Transformers with boxes.
Okay,
that look
come
like
on,
and it's cool.
Yeah,
come on.
So yeah, we're ready for the Mandalorian, but something that I actually wanted to while we're talking to streaming services, so Zack Snyder's Justice League is a thing.
Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut that's coming up, and apparently Jared Leto is coming back.
Yay!
To be the Joker in this.
Right.
I like it.
Who asked for that?
I did.
What
I
the
did.
F.
I want to see the Joker in there. I like Jared Leto.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Joker in there, but
I like that version of the Joker. He's like a gangster ass mofo. He's got a grill. Like he's like what I would picture like a modern day like gangster,
right?
Turned supervillain, whatever you want to refer to him as.
I just okay, like it's supposed to be like a director's cut.
Hand tattoo for his laughs. I think there's a lot of cool stuff about the Jared Leto Joker.
So it's the Snyder Cut. So it's supposed to be essentially like a director's cut. Like this is the one.
This is what he would have done had he not had to get pulled away from whatever he had to deal with, right?
But like they have to reshoot so much of it. Like why don't you just?
Actors are getting paid.
They don't call Final Fantasy VII Remake the director's cut. It's a remake. Like we're just. This is the one that we wanted to make. Like that's what this feels like.
Yeah, but I don't feel like the original creator of Final Fantasy VII was like, I'm gonna make this game and start making this game and oh my god, I have real life stuff I got to go deal with here.
Yeah.
You take it, this other video game person, and then you finish it off, and then I'm gonna go do this stuff, and then you find out, what have you done to my masterpiece?
Sure.
You've destroyed it.
I am interested to see it, including the Jared Leto Joker thing. I do like Jared Leto a lot. Mm-hmm. I really do as an actor and everything. But I'm more along the lines with Chuck where it's like, who needed this? I also see where James is coming from. And I have heard, and I think even Jared himself has said stuff like the Joker didn't really get to be fleshed out the way it was supposed to in Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, you saw him for about 4 seconds, you know?
Right. So I wasn't crazy about it, but again, it's an actor that I really like, and it does seem like there's more there that we just didn't get to experience. So I would like to see it. I am kind of excited to see more of it. I don't know.
Well, he's no Nicolas Cage.
Well, let's see if Nicolas Cage is the Joker. I'd watch that, too. I'd tune in for that one.
There could be only one, Nicolas Cage.
While we're talking about director's cuts of movies, too, somebody over on, what is that?
Whose computers?
What in the world?
Talking.
I didn't ask for this. Stupid computer.
Oh, that was his laptop. I'm like,
my
there's
friggin' laptop.
Is anybody else hearing a woman's voice? There's no ladies in here, so I'm really confused.
Yeah. Erica!
Make She works from home a majority of the time, I think now.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say, like, I mean, how many women have we had on this show?
So somebody over on Cameo had you can get different celebrities to record a message for you, something like that. Somebody paid Ice Cube to record a video asking for the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever.
Oh, that's how that came into.
Okay, yeah. I saw the headline, but I didn't actually see the story.
Yeah, same here. I was like, why does Ice Cube care?
Right, of all people,
Like,
why is Ice Cube? He's a real huge fan of the Val
the bat
Kilmer
nipples. He wants the bat suit nipples.
He's a real big fan of the Val Kilmer Batman.
Yeah, or did he audition for a role and didn't get it, or maybe he was in it and then he didn't make the cut.
But yeah, his quote was, "The people want the Batman Forever director's cut released. That's it. Release the director's cut. Release the Schumacher cut. People want more Val Kilmer."
That's funny.
I love the idea of the guy who paid for that, and then that coming across Ice Cube's computer. He's like, "Yeah, I'm doing this."
He's like, "Cool, that's a quick and easy. I don't know, $200, $300, $500. How much?
Right.
How much does Ice Cube charge for a cameo?"
I love that everything about that story.
Maybe I'm bitter because I don't have a couple 100,000 nerds to bully a streaming service into making a good version of X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah,
because that would be, or Dark Phoenix. Can you make me a good Dark Phoenix movie? But yeah, I guess.
Well, you can find a celebrity who's in your budget that you can pay on Cameo. Let's look them up.
Al Beck's not even in my budget.
Let's say you have a budget. I will kick in $100. Okay, I'll give you $100 to find a celebrity on Cameo.
All right.
Let's go through the list of Cameo people and
see
who we could pay to demand somebody makes a Dark Phoenix film that you will enjoy.
All right.
Let's see who we can get.
We'll have to look through that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to come back with some more nerd stuff. While we're talking about Joker, there's the Three Jokers comic. The final issue came out this week. I'll give you guys a little preview of that. And The Last Ronin, Ninja Turtles, is released this week. And there's a reason why you're not going to be able to find one until the second printing comes out. That's next on Nerd Radio.